including some new details. Hey, Jessica, good evening.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the motive here in this situation. Why did this attack get carried out? And we are just learning some breaking news. According to Michigan State Police, the shooter, 43-year-old Anthony McRae, he actually had 2 pistols on him when police found him of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We now know that he had 1 on him and 1 in the backpack. And the chilling part of this, he also had several extra magazines of ammunition in the backpack, presumably when he carried out that attack. Now, we haven't talked much about motive because police are not keeping us well informed on that portion, but part of it is just because it's all still under investigation. But that the fact that he brought extra magazines here does indicate some degree of planning. But we did ask the chief here at Michigan State University about motive. We'll talk about that in this story here, but really it's been a somber scene across campus, especially behind me here at the Union, one of the crime scenes where the shooter was second to come in and open fire all day today. Students returned, and staff for that matter, for any belongings that they left behind.
Good kid.
This dad and son aren't taking any hugs for granted, still stunned at what's gone on the last 48 hours.
I just knew to get out of the building.
Connor Dunn at the MSU Student Union when the shooter came in.
My first thought was that somebody had dropped a tray. Then I kind of thought, oh, somebody dropped a tray, turned, went back to what I was doing. Then I heard the second and third shot. That's when I realized that something wasn't right.
He hid for more than 4 hours in a local ice cream shop until a tip led Michigan State Police and Lansing Police 4 miles away into Lansing. When they spotted the shooter, they called out to him and moved in, but he shot and killed himself. We now know the shooter had 2 pistols on him. One was in his backpack with several extra magazines of ammunition.
When we found out about this, everyone's first reaction is not again.
3 students murdered, and as of Wednesday, 5 students remain in critical condition.
There are a couple of international students that are involved, and their families are abroad, and so we're working to get them here as well. But in the interim, there's support from their friends, their classmates and roommates, as well as university personnel that are assisting with that.
The shooter with no ties to the university. Why did McRae carry out his attack here? We asked MSU police Wednesday.
The motive, don't know. That's part of the investigation. So when we know, we'll share.
Students and staff returned to the Union to retrieve their belongings left in the chaos. The crime scene's cleared, but these buildings, this university, tainted with the stain of yet another mass shooting.
It's a matter of law enforcement and lawmakers to decide, hey, going forward, how are we going to handle this? What can we change? What do we need to change? But there needs to be change because this is it's out of control, really.
Right now, you're looking inside the Student Union where, again, it's been a somber sight out here. Folks returning to the Union to retrieve cell phones, laptops, all kinds of stuff that they left, really running for their lives. I want to touch back on that breaking news that we got. This is the first time I have heard of this, that Michigan State Police are confirming that the shooter did have 2 pistols on him at the time of the shooting, as well as several other magazines of ammunition in that backpack. There is a press conference tomorrow morning with Michigan State Police and other investigators. We're hoping to learn much more about that leg of this investigation. For now, reporting live in East Lansing, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Jessica, we appreciate you sharing that information there. And look, as the investigation continues, we know that the FBI is asking for tips and evidence about the shooting. So how can people submit that information?
Yeah, we just learned this afternoon that the FBI here in Michigan has set up a special form that students, staff, anybody that was on campus or around campus, they can submit digital evidence. We're talking about pictures and video. We would imagine there is a ton of that. It is on the MSU Police and Safety Twitter page, a link to that form, and it will probably be very pivotal for police to collect all of this digital evidence moving forward.
Jessica Dupnack reporting live in East Lansing. Thank you.